Hi, welcome to episode 2 of Jungle Cruising, where we are cruising through the jungle against the backdrop of the Disney Jungle Cruise. But we're talking about specifically some things that we learned from the Jungle Cruise movie that has been released and at the time we're recording is now in theaters. First of all, as promised, a Jungle Cruise joke. The joke, why did the elephant ride on the Jungle Cruise? The answer, frankly, I don't know, but I wish someone would find out because he sank 4 of our 5 boats last week. Again, usually in the elephant pool, that has a lot of pop to it. Or why did the ape get a job? Because he was tired of monkeying around. Why did the elephant quit his job? He was tired of working for peanuts. You get the idea. The humor is dry, it's silly, it's goofy, really like dad jokes, I guess. But it is something that will carry you through and always seems to get a smile from someone, or usually there's someone in the crowd that's traveling with you that's never quite heard it that way before, which makes it interesting. Now, if you have seen the Jungle Cruise movie, you know what I'm getting ready to talk about. If you haven't, again, this is where we come up on a spoiler alert, if you will. But the first lesson that we learn in the Jungle Cruise movie that I want to share with you is simply this, and it's a lesson that we need to know in every area of life. It's always be prepared. Always be prepared. And you say, well, that's kind of a no-brainer. But if you look at the movie opens with Lily's brother McGregor presenting a speech before an audience, before the Adventurers Club. And he was requesting access to a very precious special archive. The problem was as he was making his speech to a less than receptive audience, he wasn't very well prepared. As a matter of fact, he was relying heavily on note cards, and when he got to one line, he read the verbatim line out loud as part of his speech, and the line was, "Pause for dramatic effect," which really was just a note for him to pause for a moment and let something happen, but he read it out loud. Of course, you can imagine that the crowd at that point completely went nuts. And it reminds you that a speech that is not prepared well is messy, and people see this and they will react to it. They'll hold you accountable for not being prepared. But as a leader, they also do exactly the same thing. If people are following you and you as a leader aren't prepared, then they will, and they have every right to hold you accountable for that. And sometimes that's not the nicest thing to happen to a leader, and sometimes you lose a lot of swagger and a lot of credibility, and it causes you to have to regroup and sometimes recapture that moment. For us in life, our best presentations, our best moments come when we are fully prepared. Now, does that mean that every moment in life can be scripted and every moment you can be ready for? No, I know, just like you. I have to make a lot of things up on the fly, and sometimes the unexpected happens, and so you fly by the seat of your pants. But there are also a lot of moments when you know that something's getting ready to happen, and one of the worst things that can happen to you is you procrastinate and you have great intentions of getting ready, but you just don't. And so as a result, you walk in less than prepared, and that does show. If you care about what you're doing, and if you care about the people that you're leading, then one of the things that great leaders will always do is they will always be prepared. And so as you're cruising through the tricky waters of any jungle, and you're the one who is in charge of skippering the boat, always be prepared because you never know what you're going to see. And so I will look forward to sharing with you more lessons from the Jungle Cruise next time as we continue jungle cruising together.